Welcome back. It's time to take things to the NBA.
Yep.
Now, the talk around all of the DMV at the beginning of this free agency period of the NBA was the Supermax offer that John Wall received. And if he would actually sign it, exactly. So after putting it off for weeks, Wall finally, to the much anticipation, to much excitement of Washington Wizards fan, he finally signed that extension last night.
And that's just one thing that they've been doing, or one signing in terms of the NBA this offseason. We've seen so many: Steph Curry, of course, Kevin Durant, Andre Iguodala. That's just naming the Warriors, but some other players as well. And there's still a lot of free agents that haven't landed just yet. So exciting time for the Wizards. And for more on the team, let's send it over to Haley Milon, standing by at the wall.
Hi guys, so excited, ready to talk about the Wizards and this signing because we've been waiting for it for so long, at least Washington fans. You mentioned the Supermax deal. We're getting to that. Joining us on the phone is Jen Rodriguez of ESPN 980. She's been waiting for this signing. So first, we got to talk about what the Wizards weren't really able to get done during free agency. They did nothing to address their defensive woes. They were 24th in the league in opponents' field goal percentage. So Jen, what do you think is the complexion of this defense coming into this season?
I know from my past experience, the past 3 to 4 years covering the Washington Wizards, whenever we had any coach, whether it be Randy or Scott, asking the defensive question was always a little difficult and a little bit of a sore subject. Right now, I do see that it could be an issue. They do have guys like Kelly Oubre who will really need to step up in that defensive role. And then someone like Ian Mahinmi, but the issue with him is that we just recently found out that he did have a minor knee surgery. When you really only can, when the Wizards can only really speak about and really name like those are the two strong guys in the defensive end, it really just tells you that the bench really is going to have to step up in that position, and every other player too.
So John Wall, big money, big contract. It's safe to say he's the face of this franchise easily. Since arriving as a 19-year-old to now, this team has been built around the Wall star. What do you think it means to the city of Washington, D.C. that Wall said, I know I don't even want to explore free agency. It would be dumb because this is where I want to spend my entire career.
What does it mean for the city? Well, it means a lot. It means that a player like him is committed not only to the game of basketball, but he's committed to bringing something to this city, the Washington, who really deserves a lot more than we get on the sports side. I mean, he wants so much for him personally and also for the city. He's more than just a player on the court. He's also excellent in the community. He gives back, and people truly love him. I mean, the Wizards haven't seen a franchise player who stayed with one team for the entire career since Wes Unseld, which is a hallmark moment for John Wall, for the Washington Wizards, and for us. I mean, John Wall came out and said, this is the team I want to be for the rest of my career. It's
right, absolutely. And that is so huge for Washington, D.C., across all sports, really, not just basketball, to have a guy like the Wall Star bringing national attention to the city. Now, let's switch gears. Eastern Conference, not so strong. And before the guys tossed it over to me, they were just rattling off just a couple big-name free agents, and you might notice it was all kind of Western Conference oriented, so it's kind of like looking like the poor, younger stepbrother in the East who can't really compete with the West and the super teams being built out there. Now, what do you think? I mean, we have the Cavs, who the 76ers and the Wizards have to compete with, obviously. But do you think that the East is underestimated in any way?
I mean, it's hard not to think of the Cavaliers when you think of the Eastern Conference because of their accomplishments that they've had, and, of course, LeBron James. But the Wizards are right there in the conversation, which is huge. So, I mean, I think that where the Wizards are right now, with the players they have, with these statement moves that they're making during the offseason, I mean, they're right there in the conversation. They're right there in being that top team. They could beat the Cavaliers. In fact, last season during the playoff times, many of these top analysts were going for the Wizards. At this point, the Wizards are just, everybody has their eyes and ears peeled for what the next move that they will have and what they will do. They have a lot of improvements to make, and they have made a lot of improvements, but they've certainly earned a lot of respect in the league.
Thank you so much, Jan. I'm going to say one thing and get it over with. The Wizards gave Otto Porter $108 million. I'm never going to get over that, all right?
I'm not even going to mention it to you.
All right, that's it for now. We're taking one more commercial break. But when we return, we are rolling out some of our favorite football previews from the college season. That's coming up next. Keep it here. You're watching DSI.
I'm Joey Gear. I play second base for Bennett Baseball, and you're watching Dumb Over Sports Insider. Mocha, 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 mocha.